Hi, hello, welcome back to Bioenergetics. My name is Devraj, and yes, we're back this week looking at the Reich home book by Jack Willis and still going through chapter 5, where there's some really excellent life-changing exercises based on the Reichian tradition of breathing and body movement. And we've come to the Gasp exhale exercises. The last 2 weeks we were doing the Gasp inhale exercises, the Gasp inhale belly and the Gasp inhale chest. And now we come to Gasp exhale, and I think we can just fit Gasp exhale belly and Gasp exhale chest into one video basically. So as usual, what I've done is I've taken Jack's original writing and praise-seed it and just done a little bit of chopping and changing here and there just to make it a little bit clearer. And let's start with Gasp exhale belly. So technique, there are 2 variants of this exercise. You do a normal inhale to the belly and then a Gasp exhale, or you do both one Gasp inhale to the belly and one Gasp and then a Gasp exhale from the belly. And then the points to note, the exercise with Gasp inhale and Gasp exhale is a very advanced exercise and should not be used until the Gasp inhale belly and then the Gasp exhale belly are both individually fully learned. As you might expect, the chest should not move on either of the 2 variants. There is no R sound to start the exhale. We're doing the gasp now, so the use of an R sound would slow down the exhale and that would stop it from being a gasp. Also, there should be no throat sound. Like the gasp inhale, the whole exhale takes only about 1/4 of a second. If you do the gasp inhale and gasp exhale, ensure breathing doesn't get too rapid. Normal breathing is about 12 breaths per minute. Do a gasp inhale, then a gasp exhale, then pause for a few seconds before you start the next round. So let's just take a look at what this looks like in practice basically, and we're going to be lying down on the mat in our usual Reichian position with the feet at about hip width apart and my knees up and just a nice distance that's quite comfy between my ankles and my ass. And I'm just lying back, my eyes are open in these Reichian exercises, arms by my side. And what we're going to be doing is just working with the belly. So we have a normal inhale, which means I'm inflating my belly, relaxing my throat, and my mouth is slightly open just to allow air to come in. And then to exhale, I'm going to push it out in 1/4 of a second. Let's do that again. Now you may notice there is a very slight sound, and he says don't make any sound, but I also checked the audio tape that you can get, or it's an MP3 now, and listened, and there is a slight sound on it. So instead of giving this R exhale, we're just giving this very short push of air from the belly, compressing the belly, pushing the air out in 1/4 of a second or so. And ensuring with this that we don't overly speed up. I was going a little bit quickly to start and then I slowed down. So it should be 5 seconds for an inhale and then a very quick exhale and then wait a few seconds before starting the next one. And if we're going to try and gasp inhale and gasp exhale from the belly, then it's going to look a bit more like, let's give that a go. And the thing with this technique, what I can notice straight away is you need to make sure you're getting enough air in and you're really doing it. I think I would need to practice a bit more to really feel like I've accomplished this and I'm ready to do it, for a meaningful length of time. It's quite a challenging exercise. These exercises create a pulse of energy in the body, and if you've been following this series, then you're probably getting much more aware of how much we can charge our belly with energy, and then that creates processes all around our body, particularly in our upper body, because that's where most of the holding is. And at the same time, learning to breathe like this with the belly starts to reduce in real time the holding anyway, so you can do that any time of day. Let's move on to the gasp inhale chest. It's all pretty much the same, but we're just using the chest really. Technique, again, there are 2 variants. Normal inhale chest, followed by a gasp exhale, a 1/4 second exhale, or a gasp inhale chest and a gasp exhale chest. Points to note, this exercise is more difficult than the belly gasp exercises. The diaphragm is a thin muscle and can move quite quickly because that's moving in the belly exhale and belly inhale. The chest, on the other hand, requires the contraction of all the muscles between the ribs, the intercostal muscles, to produce either a gasp inhale or a gasp exhale. So he's saying it's tougher to do this because of the muscles that we have to work. The speed of the gasp for the chest is the same as for the belly, about 1/4 of a second. As noted above, don't let this exercise drive you into faster breathing. The chest gasp should not involve the belly. So, this is an advanced exercise like all of the chest-only exercises, and you do need to really practice and work at it all for a while and kind of commit to a bit of daily exercise or weekly exercise before you feel like you can really start to get the chest stuff. And then it's quite exciting. You have to invest a bit of time and a bit of effort, and then it's quite exciting. Let's have a quick look. I don't know that you'll be able to see so much with the chest, but back in the Reichian position. And I'm just going to do a normal chest inhale and then a rapid exhale, trying as much as I can not to tighten anything down here. I'll put a hand here. And now I can just try have a go at a gasp inhale and gasp exhale chest. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if you can see very much. There is a slight sound, and there is a slight sound on the MP3 as well that Jack Willis gives, where just the air is just moving out. But the fundamental thing is the throat is open. You're not controlling the flow of air from the throat, and we're just moving the chest to try and create this inhale and exhale. It's definitely tricky, and at times it was good I put my hand on my belly because I could feel at times my belly was tightening and moving, and then the next time I could do it without doing that. Okay, so that's the gasp exhale chest and the gasp exhale belly. And next week we can move on to, I think it's the crying breath, which is a great technique. It's really, really valuable technique. So I'm looking forward to that. And I will see you again soon. Feel free to check out my website and all of this stuff on, I've got a lot more information on Reichian stuff and bioenergetic stuff and a whole course and a book and all of those kind of things. Okay, cool. Speak to you again soon, and let's keep doing this Reichian breath work.